You are now listening to the Odd Valley Podcast.
Hi, welcome. This is a take two because you saw
Take
us
two.
earlier and you couldn't hear us.
Take two,
And
baby.
I kept on talking, and Jacob said that you guys cannot hear me. But I said I was going to just keep on talking because what if you guys could read lips?
Yeah, we're just having a little bit of technical
There
issues
could be
today.
people that could read lips.
What is going on with my camera? Here we go.
So, but
It's a good way to start the episode.
Anyways, you could hear us now. You could hear us
Hello.
now.
You can hear me.
Welcome
You can
to
hear Mochi?
our very lackadaisical, podcast right now. As you can tell, or you can see the background. We don't have our green screens up. But again, welcome to Odd Valley. I am Mochi Squeeze, and that is Jacob Jones over there.
Hello.
The reason for this very stripped down podcast that we're having is it's going to be really loose. We're just kind of going to talk about nothing, really. I mean, that's really what we do all the time. But I mean, we don't
We're
really
going to talk
have
about
We
nothing.
don't really have a topic. We're just going to talk about what our year
Nothing at
will
all.
look like as far as our Odd Valley. And also
Yeah, we
what
want to
kind
just
of
talk
happened.
about stuff.
We just
Yeah.
kind of want to talk about stuff because we're going to actually have a very special podcast episode on Sunday.
Yeah.
Because our original member, Kevin Vasquez, is off and he would like to, guest appear again. So,
Yeah, so that was a fun way of saying Kevin's back for an episode.
yeah,
Yay.
Kevin's back for an episode.
We can't fucking wait
we
for
can't
Kevin to be
wait.
on the
It's
show.
gonna be fun.
It's been way too long.
So our regular episode will be on Sunday. It's going to kind of be like a brunch episode. So probably maybe around, 12 or 1.
Mochi, I like how you're sitting at like an angle, like you're so fucking laid back right now. Like
Yeah,
you're
because
ready to
why
just
can't
relax.
I was really going to
You know what I
even
mean?
bring food up here.
You
Because
could.
We're just
Because that's a callback to the old days.
Because we're just doing a regular old podcast. Like,
That's-
look, you could see your background and you could see
I can
my
see my-
background
yeah,
that they normally
computer
don't
desk.
see. So,
A bit, yeah.
and then
You could have even pulled the table out even like more that way,
yeah.
Anyway, what's going on, chat? Everybody, how's it going? You could see that there's a regular episode Sunday, so let's make that go away. So just remember that we're gonna be back this Sunday around brunch. We don't know the exact time, but we'll get that tomorrow. So why don't you follow us on our Twitter?
Yeah.
Okay. So
But we're not switching to Sundays.
no, this is just like a special
It's a
episode.
special episode.
Like okay, so Kevin's days off don't mesh with our Friday
Yeah.
thing. The reason why I'll just address this right up top. The reason why Kevin pretty much like took a hiatus / exited the show is because like our days off were different. Kevin got busy with his life. You know what I mean? So like we he liked doing the podcast, you know what I mean? But we wanted to have like a consistent day. And Kevin just like couldn't make it work, like on his end, just it's too busy with life, and that's not a big deal. We didn't fault him for that or anything like that. But I always said like doors open. You have the time to be on the show, like be on the show. Like we would love to have you come back, just like any guest, at any time, But like the thing is with Kevin, that would mean that it has to be on like a weekend or something. So every once in a while we'll do like one of these Sunday episodes because that's one of his days off.
Well, Sundays, we do the Sunday episode if we also have a day off on Monday.
Do we have Monday off?
I have Monday off. I don't know about you.
What is Monday?
I keep on saying it to you. And
What's Monday?
MLK.
Yeah, I don't have that off. So
Okay, well, I have it off.
yeah.
I have it off.
So yeah, I don't have any kind of day off or nothing.
But most importantly, it's just because
I don't really care.
need an extra day off.
I'm fine.
Because I am an old person now, and it takes me forever to recover. Jacob is still considered a young person, and he could hang out
Just
and
not by much.
do whatever the fuck
Not
he
by
wants
much.
with his body and still make it to work.
I just make it work. I just do it. I just
So-
fucking handle business. But anyway, that being said, Please follow our Twitter. That's at Odd Valley Pod. You can see it at the bottom of your screen if you're watching the video version or you're watching live. That's how you're gonna get the most up-to-date information about the podcast. We tweet all of this stuff out all the time, so keep an eye on that. We'll have like the exact time what we're gonna do Sunday, but it should be like around brunch time. So if you
I told
you are
Kevin
subscribed
to come
to us
over at 12, which
Okay.
means that he will be late. So
yeah,
we
so
will
I'm thinking like
probably
2-ish.
I'm hoping for 1:30, but Jacob is probably right. It'll probably be 2.
I think it's gonna be 2-ish, so maybe shoot for that. But again,
whoever is wrong will have to take a really big shot.
you're gonna try to sway it in one direction, and I just don't trust
gonna
this.
see.
I just
We're
don't
gonna
trust
see.
this.
But so today we're not gonna do the wheel.
Yeah, we're not doing all the regular stuff, but I
Yeah.
mean, we're drinking. So
But we
what's
are
up?
drinking, and we will
We'll take a
still.
shot.
I was gonna
I'll
say
take a shot.
we should still do. I was gonna say we should have just one word, which is
Really? You still want to play the game?
I don't know. Maybe not. No, let's just take
No,
a
no,
shot
no,
and
no,
just
no.
drink.
Let's just
Because-
we're gonna just like hang out. We're just hanging out here. But yeah, no, I just calling it out. See me, bitch. I see the singer bro both in chat. What up, guys? Welcome to the show. If you
And Juicy Longanisa.
Juicy Longanisa, earlier when we had a false start, we started the episode and I had a sound card issue. I sometimes I forget to check that, so we launched the show live and fucking it was silent. There was no mics, so gotta remember that shit. But yeah, what's going on? So essentially, what we want to do here is just we want to talk about what we're doing for the show for like this next year, like what our plans are. We're gonna do like a little discussion, maybe even like brainstorm some things here, and then also we want to talk to you. So if you're like here live talking to us, we want to get some of your like feedback. We want to get maybe some of your suggestions. If you have ideas for topics, things like that. Let us know in the chat, and I hope you're drinking, and I hope you have
We still
have a
hope
sip
you're
with us.
drinking with us,
We're still
definitely.
drinking, we're
We're
still
still drinking.
doing our Friday
Because
night
this is our Friday
thing,
happy
hour.
and I don't know about you guys, but I've had a long week.
Yeah, we'll still talk about that
It
type
was
of
a
stuff
terrible
too.
week.
So
It's actually been a terrible 2 months.
well, we'll get into that
Okay.
in like 1 second. So
Yeah.
let me just throw the housekeeping out. If you are watching this live, we have a YouTube, so search Odd Valley. Please subscribe to us on YouTube so we can have a better URL. I have some dumb shitty URL. It's like a million letters and numbers, but we need I think 50 subscribers to like get a legit URL. So please, if you're not subscribed to us on YouTube, do that. Just go to YouTube and search Odd Valley, and you will find us on there. And that's also where you're gonna find the VODs, like the old episodes. All the old episodes are uploaded on there. So if you want to watch any of our old content, it's there ready to watch. And I'll get into the YouTube a little later, like the things that we want to do with it, and we'll see what comes out of that discussion. But please follow our YouTube, also our
Yes.
Twitter at Odd Valley Pod. POD, like podcast. Please follow us on Twitter there too, again, to get the updates and to engage with us, and all the fun stuff. Maybe we can get a few more followers there on social media if you have Twitter. I know some people hate Twitter. You know what I mean? Some people don't do the Twitter, but you should, because we're on there. Also, if you want to listen to the audio version of this podcast, you could also just search Odd Valley on any of your podcast services of choice, and we're also on Spotify. We're fucking everywhere. So like
But we
every
don't
follow.
know when those are really coming out.
Yeah, well, we're gonna talk about that. That's part of this whole discussion. Like the plan is to get those on
Lots of plans
over the weekend.
never follow through.
I'm the only one doing all this stuff.
That's
so
why I say that you should never just never promise anything.
I'm not making promises. I'm saying what the plan is.
A plan is like a promise.
No, it's not. Not
A
at all.
plan for me is like a
That's-
promise.
Well, that's not. But like, if you would help me with these things, then it'd be easier.
How am I supposed to help post
I don't know.
something?
I don't know. I'm just saying it's
On,
all on me.
Like audio.
Just so all the listeners know that like in my spare time, I have to do all this shit myself. You know what I'm saying? So just remember, like, if the stuff isn't uploaded, it's because I got something else going on or whatever the fuck. But I am trying to get things normally posted. Like, I would like to have. I guess we're just gonna go right into it. I would like to have all the VODs and audio episodes
get into it
before
because
Monday.
We should take the preliminary shot.
So,
you just said
okay,
it.
well, I just feel like you're already starting to yell at me. That's not what this is. This isn't let's all yell at Jacob episode, okay?
No, you told me to put my thing on hold because you wanted to just do some housekeeping. And then we were going to take
No, you're right. You're right. I'm sorry.
And then
I'm
you
sorry.
started getting in. Then you started getting.
It's because you were engaging. I was saying we'll get into it later, and you were like, well, you should be prepared. We'll save it for later, and we'll do it.
Okay.
Save it. But anyway, please follow us on all the audio feeds. That's all I'm really trying to say. And then I heard that, on Apple Podcasts, you could review us. That's cool. Maybe you should. On Spotify. No, you should. And you should give us 5 stars, okay? That would be cool. I mean, you should, but it's up to you, really. Spotify has just started a thing, too, like where you can rate stuff.
Yeah.
So go ahead and rate us on there. Let people know how much you like us. Hopefully that's all you have to say is just positive things. I don't know. We'll see. I can't wait to read them. Let's get to our preliminary shot, which we haven't even preliminarily poured. But Mochi, go ahead.
Okay. Well, he's pouring the shots of our. He tried to check if that camera was on because the action cam is supposed to be on because we have a new sign courtesy of my cousins.
It could be our background.
And it's awesome, but
see, this is why we need the green screen.
He didn't put it on. He didn't put the action cam on. And now he's standing in front of it and he's worried because the camera is low that his dick is gonna be in the thing.
Want to look at my pee-pee?
So, so see me, bitch. When something funny or crazy just happens, let's drink to that. This one is because you almost saw Jacob's dick.
Well, if you guys think that's funny.
I totally think that's funny.
Every time we yell at each other, we all have to drink.
Oh God, you guys are gonna get real drunk.
Yeah.
Because that happens.
Did they hear? You repeat what I said.
We've been together for such a long time that we are practically married. So we bicker exactly like married people do.
Yeah.
So
married basically.
Yeah. So it's
okay. I'm gonna flip on the action cam, everyone. Just relax. Here it comes.
People think it's abuse, but it's not.
Okay? Abuse?
People think you legitimately verbally abuse me.
What?
Because you yell at me all the time.
You fucking yell at me too.
They probably think I verbally abuse you too, see? But then we don't. This is how we show each other we love
That's just how I am, okay? I just say things to people that I'm thinking.
But okay, let's get into
I just want to come home and I just want to be myself, okay? I don't have to worry about hurting feelings. So don't take anything serious. Or, anything personally.
He never worries about hurting feelings. Never. So
I do. I'm saying at work and stuff, I have to not speak my mind to anyone.
If anyone used to work with him, if they're watching or whatever,
I'm nice. Everybody thinks I'm a really nice person.
You should really say something because I don't believe this for 1 second.
All right.
I think he's just
nobody from my work is gonna watch this podcast.
I think he's just an asshole at work too.
Wow. So you're calling me an asshole right now?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, fair enough. Mm-hmm. All right, everybody. Cheers. Let's start this episode off with the shot.
I'm using a different shot glass because Jacob didn't use mine. It's over there, but he poured it, so I'll fucking drink it.
Jacob didn't do this. Jacob didn't. See how this is working, guys? I want to have my my sweet Lego in the frame, but I'm just gonna do that.
Woo!
There we go. All right. Anyway, cheers to a fun discussion. I can't wait to.
Did we finish off that bottle?
Everybody, the big one, yeah.
Oh God, thank God.
You got, just so you know, your shot had more of the new bottle in it than the old bottle. Mine is mostly old bottle. So anyway.
I don't know. I felt like it tasted like the old bottle, but whatever.
With the old.
Anyways.
One quick thing I wanted to do here. I'm gonna turn these filters off, No chroma key today. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, we don't have so you can see what's really in the background.
you know
for
what I mean?
us.
So like here, I'll show you my wubba lubba dub dub. And you can actually see stuff that I show you. See? That's my shot glass I'm using today. And then I have, by the way, as of the drinks I'm drinking today, I got the Voodoo Ranger box. So I have the Starship IPA. I think this is pretty good beer. I'm enjoying it.
Nice.
Mochi, why don't you show off your thing? You have something pretty cool.
I have my Truly in my little koozie.
You call that the Truly Coolie?
The Truly koozie.
Truly Koozie.
So, but
yeah, so it fits like a Truly can, straight
yeah.
up. All right.
All right, so
Ready? All right,
yeah,
so
we're
gonna,
ready.
I was gonna call this like a round table or something, you know what I mean?
Round
But we
table.
always it's
And
always a
pun
round table
intended, because
Always
our
a round
table
table.
is round.
every time.
If you could see it, I wish you could see it, because we have all these. Every time we get a sticker from anywhere we go, we put it on this table, and so we have a lot of stickers on it right now, from Ireland, from
Yeah, man.
music festivals.
Yeah, we should take a
from
picture of that
weed
and put that up.
places, from Seattle.
Weed places.
Yeah,
What
the
weed
Canada
pla-
box.
Oh yeah, the Canada box
And
stickers.
then,
That's right.
you know,
Kevin
so-
got you one from Japan, didn't he?
Yeah, he got both of us one. So yeah, we have a lot of shit on our table, which would be interesting to show you guys. But
Yeah, we should
can't
take a
right now.
picture of that sometime.
We will
but
one
like
day.
right now, we have cameras and all sorts of shit all
On it,
over.
yeah.
Which you know I won't.
Yeah,
I won't deal with that. But I'm gonna leave because I'm not doing like the the links and the Wikipedia shit tonight. I'm just gonna leave all this stuff up, or at least the Twitter stuff. So like maybe you guys can follow our Twitter. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to really get that going. So like the number one thing I wanted to say up top is that like thank you very much for watching and listening to the show.
yeah,
Everyone who
Definitely.
does. I feel like, yes, there's the live audience who's on Twitch, and we appreciate that. I feel like we've kind of grown an audience over time, and I know that it's like people we know, and that's not a big deal to me. Like, I just want to say, like, from the bottom of my heart, like, thank you very
He's
much.
gonna cry.
No, I'm not going to cry.
He's gonna
I'm just
cry.
saying thank you very much for tuning into the show, like, having a drink with us, hanging out. Like, I really appreciate that. Like, regardless of what you think or whatever, like, I just appreciate you showing up at all. So
Yes,
thank
no,
you
I
very much.
appreciate
Like I just
you
want to
very
start
much
with
too.
that right up top.
I'm just not a very emotional shower.
No,
of
Mochi is a
appreciation.
very reserved person, and like
I
what
never get too excited about anything, even if I'm really excited,
yeah.
really deep down inside.
Yeah, and I just want to also just throw out like just a blanket like thanks like well, number one, we miss Kevin, and we just want to acknowledge the fact that like we started this Odd Valley thing, the three of us. You know what I mean?
we
So
did.
like, and it's been like I don't know, it's been years at this point. You know
I
what I
feel
mean?
like it's been
Like 3 years.
three
Maybe?
or 4 years since we started. We started just
Yeah.
like as a regular audio podcast,
Mm-hmm.
and which is funny for the people for our new listeners and
Yeah.
and everything. Just a little bit of history. The way that Odd Valley came about was that Jacob one day was like, we were all at this house that we're at right now, and we are Kevin was here, Lucy was here. It was just us, like how we always
Yeah,
do.
we're just hanging out.
Yeah, and then Jacob was like, "Hey, we should do a podcast to Kevin." I wasn't even really involved in it, and when he told me, I didn't even really want to be on it. And then
Yeah.
Kevin was like, "Yeah, I'm down. We'll do it." And then Kevin and they were brainstorming like what they should call the podcast, all that stuff.
Oh,
and I
man.
was sitting there and I was drinking with them and I was getting drunk, and then I threw out the Mochi Squeeze thing. And then they're like, "Nah, that sounds too like."
Now you put Mochi Squeeze as an idea for like either the podcast or like our podcast network thing that we were trying
Yeah,
to come up with,
yeah.
like as a
And I told them I would absolutely never be on the podcast. That's what I told them.
yeah. She's like, I'm never
gonna be
podcasting.
on that.
Never.
And then when they started, there I was,
Yep.
and we started off with just like a.
It was
fucking
my it was
little
my
table.
cell phone. Number
Yeah.
one, we were recording on my cell phone, like with with pillows. Like I had
Yeah.
a trio of pillows.
Yeah.
We had this like trifold. Like we have an
Yeah.
upgraded version of this, but like is basically a doggy gate that you
Yeah.
can kind of move around, and it's like a trifold doggy gate, and we had that like in like the square format with like a blanket rested over it, and then like pillows, and I had the phone inside all that, so it was just like like a void of sound, and we just like yelled into the fucking pillow fort essentially,
and we didn't
and that's
have
how we started, man.
like nothing on the walls. Like right now I know people are watching and thinking, oh well, their setup is still pretty like crude or whatever, but like we didn't even have this before.
Yeah, no, it was
like,
nothing. It was literally just a bare room.
We didn't even have any soundproofing at all, so this is actually a step up. And
we have a lot of gear now at this point,
and
like
we do have a lot
setup.
of gear. We decided to go live like on Twitch, so we have cameras and everything. We're still growing, so
we're getting it all together.
Our next step is that we do want to get the appropriate foam, like soundproofing foam that's in here.
Yeah, I want to do like legit audio treatment. So that's one of our goals this year. Speaking of the year, I just want to quickly call out in chat. The homie Extremely Crucial says, I'm more of a grower rather than a shower as well. And I thought that was fucking hilarious. So I'm sorry, continue.
I mean, that is. Right.
I hope you had a shot already, everybody, because like I'm already feeling that shot, dude.
Well,
cheers.
Yeah.
And to that, I'll drink. Singer Bro says to Extremely Crucial. So cheers.
But anyways.
Yeah. So we've definitely grown this, whatever this is, from nothing. And like, I just have to say, like, back when I worked over there, like at my old job, I had this homie named Jason. I'll just say Jason, just his first name.
I mean, everyone's a Jason.
Yeah, there's so many Jasons.
I
have a completely different Jason at my job now, but it was this dude named Jason. Like, I didn't want anything to do with podcasts forever. And so, like, when I'd work, I'd just listen to music. That's it. And this dude's like, come on, listen to podcasts. And then between him and my other homie, which I think I'm drawing a blank on his Discord name, but that's what I would use. But it's this dude named John. Between the two of them, basically they got me started on some of the last Podcast Network podcasts, and I just that was it, dude. I was like, oh, I'm addicted, and I got into so many podcasts. And like, it's funny, like my sister and I, when I was a little kid, we did like little radio shows on cassette tapes. You know what I mean? Oh yeah. Like I'll tell us a quick story for you guys. Let's take a sip. Everybody, let's take a sip of our drink before I start this.
How come this is the first time I'm hearing about this? There's all these little gems and stuff that like no one's ever talked about.
People aren't asking me questions.
I mean, you could just share
any
your
specific
life.
I am right now. Who cares at what point I do it, Mochi? Come on. Anyway, when me and Jessie, my sister, were really little, I remember we did this show, and it was called Shoop. And then like, so the music for the beginning was that fucking song, Shoop, Shoop-a-doop. And so she just would hit like play on one cassette player for that. And then I just remember my sister being like, it's Shoop. It's the show about shooping. I don't know what it really was.
Did she really say it's a show
I don't
about
know
shooping?
exactly what she said, but it was like an intro like that. She might remember what she said.
The show about shooping.
I don't know, but anyway.
That sounds like a Jacob thing to say.
It is, because it's what I said. I just don't remember the exact thing. But I remember it was like a dumb show, and like, you know what I mean? Like, she interviewed me or something. And then we did like a commercial break, and we even like made up the commercial where it was like, hey, do you like breakfast cereal? And then that was it. That was like the whole commercial. And it was like, I was already doing podcast comedy at that point.
Nice.
So like, that being said, when I got into podcasts, I was like, man, this is definitely something we could do, because like Mochi, I, and Kevin, like, we would just hang out all the time and just drink
all the time,
and like
drink.
Our conversations were always really funny.
Well,
like, just
it was funny
specifically
to us,
listening.
But who knows if it was funny to anyone else?
But I'm just saying, like, the dynamic between specifically like Kevin, I feel like is a catalyst.
Yeah,
and he's just a funny ass dude. And like, so I just thought, oh, you know, between the three of us, like, I feel like our conversations are always like really ridiculous and funny. Like, why don't we just do the same thing we're doing, like drinking and just talking into a mic, you know?
Yeah.
Why don't we just do that? And so I got them to do that, and like the rest, you know, we're here now.
Yeah, we're here now.
Which is fun, but that's kind of like where my idea for the podcast even came from, and I just think it's kind of funny how like it like how it all transitioned to like where we're at now. But like, you know, miss Kevin, love having him on the show.
Kevin.
We're excited for Sunday, but like that doesn't mean that like, you know, I'm sure like even without Kevin, I feel like Odd Valley's still a good show. Like we're having a good
fun.
we've
but
definitely
we do miss Kevin because,
grown
you know,
the show into what it is
Kevin
now.
is like our family, so you know.
Yeah, he's like, you know, brother from another mother.
Yeah, so we do miss him, but
for sure
he's gonna be here, and you're gonna see how it is when we're all together. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
it's
let
gonna
you
be a
know
whole
right
thing.
now that it's gonna be like
It's gonna be chaos.
yeah.
Number one.
Like Jacob would always yell at us, so he'll probably yell at us again.
No,
Jacob
I'm
was
not-
Like,
those
Jacob was
days
like
are
the
over.
Dad. Jacob
Those
was like
days
the
are
dad.
over now.
Like Kevin would burp into the mic, and then he would get upset, and I would be, I would eat.
They would chew
I
into
would
the
be
mic
eating
too.
something. I would be eating like
A whole lot.
I'd be eating like pretzels or like cheese balls, and Jacob would be upset because we're like eating.
Like, it go back and well, okay. So I took the first iteration of the show was something I devised called Tend to Talk, which right now doesn't exist. The only episode of Tend to Talk that remains is our like pilot episode of the entire everything.
Yeah, because I always felt like
I
that
took it
was
out.
too like the whole thing about all three of us was it was like funnier when we got drunk and we were just talking freestyle, like.
Yeah.
But Jacob tried to structure that shit, and it was not.
Well,
happening.
no, okay. So basically, what my concept was, okay, let's create a platform, like almost like a jumping off point for us to practice podcasting, right? Where we can kind of like figure out our thing, right? And so the thing I devised was what I called Tend to Talk, and that was 3 people, and
I
we
felt
all
like
had
it was like so 60 minutes.
sure, like the title wasn't great, I
It
guess,
wasn't.
but I thought it was good enough. And I'll
He tried.
okay.
With
I
it.
mean, I did, but anyway, the whole concept of the show was that 3 people, 3 hosts, each person has 10 minutes for their own segment, whatever segment it is, whatever they want to do, and then when the 10 minutes is over, that's it. It goes to the next person, and then like in between each 10-minute segment, we like do like a little digest to kind of like reflect on it, and then move on to the next person, and then we like finish it off. We cap it off with something. Right, and that was it. That was our show, and it was like just to build practice. And so that was the first iteration of the show until we like had like a big break, and I was like, okay, it's time to like do the show, the real show. And so like we were like, instead of everybody doing their 10 minutes, why don't we just all focus on one thing, come together, and then Odd Valley was born. You know, we kind of came up with like I think Mochi is the one who found the wheel. Right, like because we use Trebek,
I found
right?
the wheel.
And so she was like, "Oh, we could do like a word drinking game." Because with Tend to Talk, a lot of times we would come up with a game. Like at least one person would have a game per episode, you know, for 10 minutes, and that was a lot of fun. Like I love doing games, and so we were like, "Why don't we just do a wheel? The fucking game is just a drinking game."
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. And then that's what Odd Valley is. That's where we are today, which is awesome. But Tend to Talk, like, there was some good episodes. There's some excellent episodes in there. And I think in the future, like, I made the executive decision to pull all those episodes off our audio feeds.
Our very first
Just
one
fully
on the
pull 'em out.
90s was the funniest.
That's the one that I left on there. So,
That's
like, if
the
you
funniest.
go to our podcast feed, like on Spotify or Stitcher or wherever,
Yeah.
Apple Podcasts, the very first episode that is on there is still that same Tend to Talk pilot
because that was
episode.
the best one. And
'Cause
I'm
that
going to
was
tell
raw.
you,
It was super raw, and we were just like
you'll
all
hear
full
us
of
say,
caffeine and
you'll hear us
having a
say
good time.
corduroys, and you're
Yeah.
not going to know what it means if you didn't listen to that.
corduroys.
Corduroys
Go ahead and
is
check it out.
is a inside what is a deep cut
It is a deep cut for Odd Valley.
for Odd Valley.
or whatever, and City Kickers, which is our old name
Yeah,
for our group.
which was
although we're just Odd Valley Studios
yeah.
because
So
it's like
you know.
why not? But yeah, good times. I think what I'll do is I'll take that old content at some point and then
If we had
pull it out
Twitch back
later.
then,
It
and
would have been
you-
totally different. Yeah.
if we had Twitch back then and you saw us doing that episode, you would fucking die. You'd fucking die.
it's funny.
And you would be fucking drunk as shit
But
because of
Those were the days with the pillow and the phone.
of what
though.
happened.
You know, over time
And if we had Twitch,
got all this
yeah.
This gear and
Because
and things
Kevin would
changed
take
and
off all
whatever.
his. Kevin would always like take off his clothes,
Well, it's
'cause he
because it
would
get
get
really
really hot in
It get
here,
really hot
and
in
he
here.
couldn't take it, so he would just take his clothes off.
But with our setup and our mics and everything now, it's like the soundproofing is good enough.
We're gonna have to
in
ask
about, like,
Kevin if
half
that's
of
one of the
room.
real reasons, like he just wasn't into it anymore because we started going live and he could never take his clothes off.
I think Kevin has. I don't know. I feel like Kevin shouldn't be self-conscious about appearing on a camera because he's not a bad-looking dude.
Yeah,
know what
but he's very self-conscious about it. But
He shouldn't be, but
shouldn't be.
you will see him on Sunday. But anyway, so that's a little history about the show. You know, fun stuff. I would spend a ton of time editing episodes, so like they're real tight.
yeah,
You know what I mean? And I would cut out like all this like because people would be like this. It'd be like, okay, let me think about that.
no, he
No,
didn't
wait,
want-
you're talking. Hold on, shh. Let me do it. Okay, let me think about that.
That's a lie.
Don't interrupt the silence. Hold on, let me think about that.
It's a lie.
You're interrupting the silence again. Let me do 5 seconds of silence so that everybody needs to hear what 5 seconds of silence sounds like. Here you go. Let me think about that. Okay.
It's a lie.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a
And so I
lie.
would fucking go and like I'm like, I can't just have fucking dead silence forever on this shit.
I feel like that's
And so
a lie.
I would go in and I would have to cut out silence after silence and after silence. Like every time I'd have to edit every episode, it was me sitting in this studio by myself on a weekday for 2.5 hours, no matter what. Every episode of every fucking podcast episode
Well, if
we've
you want
ever
to be
done.
famous, you got to make sacrifices.
It's not about being famous. We're just having
Doesn't come
fun.
easy.
Number one. But I'm just saying
Okay, I should rephrase that. If you want this
success.
to make
Say the word
if you want
success.
this to be our job and it pays us to live.
No, come on. Just say
Then,
if
yeah.
you want success.
Okay.
All right. You don't need to get weird about jobs and all this
No, but
stuff.
it's true. Don't you want to eventually because
Yeah,
isn't everybody's goal to eventually have a really awesome
No, of course.
podcast or streaming service
No, of
where
course.
like you just don't have to go back to your shitty ass job that you have to talk yourself into like every day in the
is
parking
great.
lot and slap yourself in the face and
Right.
say that you need to eat, so you
Right.
have to walk into this job.
All right. You know what?
Most importantly,
I'm
for
not.
me,
I'm not
it's
saying
like,
no to that.
I need
but
to have champagne and have brunch and shop. So you need to walk into this job, you motherfucker, and just deal with
right,
life.
of course. Look, all I'm saying is that it was a lot of work before, but I'm saying like after a lot of podcasting, here we are. We're just doing it live. I edit
Yeah.
nothing out. You know what I mean? And I feel like we're doing good and we're comfortable
Yeah, 'cause-
and things aren't as awkward as they were before. And also, I'm not yelling at you guys like 24/7
Yeah.
like before.
But
Because I was
also,
fucking
like,
yelling at everybody.
we had
and
to
that's not
learn.
good.
Like, I had to really
not
learn
good.
because, okay, I will say I did appreciate Jacob for editing stuff because I will say,
Dude,
even
by
though
the way,
I complain about it, I will say
I have something.
that we did say some questionable stuff that might
for
have
sure.
definitely
for
not
sure.
would have
outed people.
definitely got us very in trouble.
Just straight up outed
yeah,
people
so
too. Like,
I had to learn
not
how
okay
to.
stuff.
I had to learn how to like really not like really censor myself. Kevin missed out on that because he
Yeah.
would have failed. He would have failed.
Oh well, we'll
terribly.
see. We'll see on Sunday. We'll see.
We'll see.
How it goes.
I'm gonna give him the I'm gonna give him the prep and
Yeah, be
say
like, okay.
hey, this is live. There's no editing.
Just remember, whatever you say is out there.
no matter how
Jacob's
drunk
not
you
taking
get, it's happening.
anything out.
Yeah,
nothing.
nothing.
No,
God.
but all I'm saying, by the way, everything I've cut out of all the old episodes is saved, too.
Oh God.
So like, I eventually want to go through. This is just to put a cap on what I was saying. I'm gonna go through all the old stuff, pull out some fun clips and whatever, and then
If
who
we
knows?
get
We can
canceled,
offer that.
if we get canceled, then
content later.
then Jacob was the one that fucked us over.
No, nothing that can have cancel anyone will be heard by anyone. But I'm saying that like I may have cut out like full on conversations that could be fun to listen to for like deep cuts later. But
Well, that
regardless,
and the X-Files. The X-Files was a good episode too.
that oof yeah.
We almost got sued for that one.
That's true.
We almost got sued for that
True
X-Files
story.
episode.
God,
I had to like text my cousin. I had to text my cousin and be like, "Hey, can I really get
blown smoke? Blown smoke. That's what I said at the time.
No, but we had to
at
be
the time I
sure.
was like, she's blown smoke.
Yeah,
bro.
we had to be sure though. So I had to text my cousin who's a lawyer, and I was like, "Hey,
Jesus
this is
Christ.
what happened. Can you just sort of kind of listen to the episode and see if we're gonna get in trouble?"
No, there's no slander.
And he said no because we
It's
didn't
fine.
use real names.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. It could have been anyone.
it could have been
'Kay.
anyone. Could have been anyone.
So anyway, that's
It's
a good.
kind of like that song, "You're So Vain."
Okay.
Could have been. This song was about you. Could have
Okay.
been about me, but it wasn't about me.
I don't know that song, but
You do know that song.
anyway, show it to me later. But that's a good transition into what you were wanting to vent about. So like, let's get into just talking about whatever.
Oh,
Usually, you want to talk about work. So
Okay.
go ahead, have your rant
Okay.
about your job.
I'm just gonna have a quick rant about it, just because
I'm gonna
and I don't
search
think-
for some
I don't
royalty
think
free
it's
music.
just like my job. I just think it's just in general, because right now, everybody knows the COVID thing is soaring, and I work in healthcare, and it's short. It's very short staffed, and I'm gonna tell you, I'm feeling it. It's like rough. I'm stressed out. I had so many bags of flaming hot Cheetos and Diet Cokes that like
Oh yeah.
that like TMI, I thought that I was bleeding out of my butthole, and it wasn't. But I'm just saying, I've been very, 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 very stressed.
Yeah. Lately, things have been kind of rough at her
things
job.
have been kind of rough. So
You know what I mean?
but it's okay. I'm making it through. But it's been tough. But I need it. I need this job to survive.
Well, why don't we just finish our drinks? How about
Yeah.
that?
How about we just
Let's just finish our drinks
for that?
And
'Cause
then
if
grab me a
anyone-
new beer. And anyone who's watching, listening, wherever you're at,
If anyone
Finish
is
your fucking
feeling
drink
the
right
same
now.
way I'm feeling about their
Yeah.
work,
Mhm.
definitely finish your drink.
yeah, let's just chug. Let's do a good old Friday chug.
But speaking of the flaming hots, like, I don't know what I'm gonna do because it's on there's like a shortage of flaming hots or something. So the flaming hots I have right now is all I got.
Yeah, but who got you those flaming
And
hots?
yes, and thanks to Jacob, because Jacob,
I somehow fucking found you flaming hots. this week.
I will give Jacob a shout out, because I really did have a really bad one day this week. It was a really bad day. So frustrated. You know when you're so frustrated that like you just cry because you can't do anything because you're so fucking frustrated? That's what happened.
I don't think dudes do that very much.
I had to I went to the bathroom at work, and I just had to let it out, and that never happens to me. I was so frustrated. And then when I came home, I did my workout, I practiced my guitar. Asterisk on that, I'll tell you
Ooh,
later.
yeah, we're gonna get into that.
I practiced
too.
my guitar, and then when I was like cooking, like boiling pasta, Jacob came home, and he had roses, and he had a huge bag of flaming hots, and these pretzels that I really like.
Oh, but I got the other pretzels, and we've been eating those instead.
and then
those are also good.
I could have cried again, because let me tell you, the weight in my heart is flaming hots and champagne and flowers, and he got 2 out of that 3. So, so he did good.
Cool. Well, I mean, whatever I could do to make you happy, you know what I'm saying? Just because I knew she had a bad time. She's having a bad time. She pizzaed when she's supposed to French fries.
Extremely Crucial said, when I worked on the ship, I had a terrible case of the flaming hots. Yeah. Well, that's sad for you because I already know I hate when I have a terrible case of the flaming hots.
Yeah, Extremely Crucial, by the way. That's someone close to me. You know, let me know if you want me to give any other details.
Okay.
I won't say
I didn't know
who
that
he
that
is.
was this person, but I'm going to tell you that one day I was so drunk, and when we were at that Subway, I didn't even know that I texted Jacob, and I was all like, what are you guys doing, flirting or something? Because I need to get home, because I was going to die. And supposedly you were talking about knitting or something. What the fuck was that? Knitting.
Yeah. No, it's a whole long story. We won't get into it, but anyway, he's the homie.
Yes, but I appreciate you.
I'm not gonna I
appreciate
I
you
won't
for
get
that
into
sandwich.
it unless I'm co-opted, but
because you know what happened.
okay,
I ate
well
it.
that
I ate
he
it the
said
next
shout
day.
me out, G. So that's my brother right there. Extremely Crucial. So show him some love in chat. He's a great guy.
He is
Love
a great
him.
guy.
He's also one of the funniest fuckers I know. But he did work on a fucking cruise ship,
And I
that's
don't know
really
how
cool.
he did it, but
That's
he
really
has
cool.
crazy stories about it.
And he has some crazy stories. So like,
It's
you know,
crazy
who
stories
knows?
about it.
At some point, he could maybe be on the podcast.
He'll never do it.
We don't know.
because
We don't know. Maybe
he
not.
can't
Maybe not ever.
be
but
around the cat.
we could at least get some. We could. I don't know. We could at least get his stories. But yeah,
And
Great
because he's
times.
shy.
you're just gonna call him shy, just
He's
to
shy.
the masses.
He doesn't like to be on camera.
Well, some people are shy.
He doesn't like to be
You know what I
on
mean?
camera.
So anyway,
But he is fun to be around.
so is that all? Is that your rant over about work?
Yeah, because that shit gets too emotional.
I will say my work has been pretty good.
Good
so-
for you. I'm fucking
Yeah.
jealous of your life.
I'm not I'm not trying to make you feel any type of way. I'm just saying like I wasn't sure when I started working here like how I'd feel, but over time I feel like I'm having a good time.
Okay, as long as
So,
you're having a good
I'm
time, because there
liking
was
it.
a time where it was testy for him.
Yeah, it was a little testy, but you know, it's just changes are hard, man. You know, and talking about changes, I think it's time to start getting into the nitty-gritty with the show, right?
Right.
But could we start by handing me that pizza port that's the taller beer? Perfect. Thank you very much.
Here you go.
Look, before I think I've I know I for sure drank this beer. This is my favorite pizza port beer. But like I usually have the chroma
What's
key
going
on.
on with that? I can't even see the chat anymore.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's emotes here. I'm just gonna put one of those in chat. There you go. I can't ever show this shit because of the chroma key because it's got green all over it. So let me just show this. Fuck. There's too much. There's too many reflections. But
Because of
anyway,
the ring light.
this is Pizza Port. I think they're out of San Francisco, but they're definitely out of California. This is the Chronic Amber Ale. It's very good. I
Yeah, he
enjoy
likes
it.
that one.
It's a really good drink, and we get it here in Vegas, so yeah,
Yeah.
I really like
I
it.
mean,
But
because
anyway,
California is just like right
that's my
there.
that's my next drink. But we do have a lot of breweries here in Vegas, you know, and
Surprising,
me,
but
for
very
me-
happy that we do have breweries now.
for me, I feel like success for this podcast would eventually be like, you know, like somehow partnering up with these breweries and like us
Maybe
being
one
like
day.
being, you know, doing the influencer thing with alcohol. You know what I mean? That would be
Oh,
fun.
like that one
That's
time
what we do.
that my coworker, when we were out, was
What?
like telling the hostess that I was an influencer and that she should follow me on Instagram.
Well, maybe you should bump up your Instagram.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe your Instagram should be more.
That was a fun night. Oh, and I didn't even
little
shout
better.
her out.
Yeah.
Like, this is way late. Okay.
Why don't you shout her out right now?
Okay, I will.
It's never
This
too
is
late.
way late.
Never
But
too late.
we were at Lanetta Cucina, and I'm sorry if I said that super like American.
Okay, number one, cochina means pig. So cocina.
Oh,
Cocina.
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 Really?
Yes.
There's Cocina and
Cos-
Cucina?
Yes. Cochina means
Dude.
pig or dirty.
For real?
Cocina means kitchen.
Okay, Lanetta Cocina?
Yeah.
Okay,
Mhm.
Lanetta Cocina.
So if you've been calling it Lynetta Cochina,
Damn, I fucked up.
Chingawe.
I fucked up then because I've been calling it that.
Yes,
calling
see me,
it that.
bitch.
Sorry.
Sponsorship.
Sorry.
That is
But-
the end game here.
Yeah, so when you come out here, we went there. We did a girls' night there, and it was super fun. We were getting free. They gave us free shots of tequila, and if anyone knows me, I don't really do tequila shots, but I only do tequila shots when I'm with these group of ladies because they like tequila. So I sacrifice for them. So I hope you know that. That means I really love you, group of ladies, because I would never do that for anyone. But they were giving us free tequila shots, and then they moved us over to like the lounge area where the DJ was. And the hostess, her name is Jonelle, and she is awesome. She transitioned us very well. She did a
Nice.
good job. And then and then See Me Bitch was like,
Wait, see me bitches in this story?
yeah, See Me Bitch
Ooh.
was like, oh, you should follow her. She has a
Oh.
podcast. She has a podcast, and she's an Instagram influencer. I was like, bitch, what? In my mind, I was looking at her. I looked at her like this. Are you serious? And then
Wait, do that one more time.
my God. And then I was like,
that's
well,
so
she's going to
good.
find out. And she's like, oh, I love listening to podcasts. And she's like, okay, I'm
We
going to
have
follow
a
you.
podcast. We
Yes,
literally
we do,
have a
which is
podcast.
fine, but she thinks I'm an influencer.
But you could be.
And then she's like, oh, okay,
You're
you
a
should follow
podcaster.
me. She's like, you
Deal
should
with
follow
it.
me. I'm going to follow you. What's your Instagram? And I was like,
She said, "Thank me
Okay.
later." See, you know what? I'm with fucking See Me Bitch.
I
You know
was like,
what? By the way,
okay.
thank you, See Me Bitch. Let's have a sip. Everybody have a sip for See Me Bitch for fucking doing her part, promoting the show, and doing what Mochi Squeeze doesn't have the backbone to do herself for her own show.
no, I mean, I seriously was just appalled at the part about the influencer because I was like, okay, she's gonna follow me, and she's only
Yeah,
gonna
it's a little
see,
bit of a stretch.
she's gonna see that I only have 350 followers.
Yeah, you're not even
That's
in like
not
the
even-
1000s.
yeah. That's not even like
The fuck?
influencer status.
You're just a nobody.
I am just a nobody. And I was
look.
just like, she's going to look at this and she's going to immediately unfollow me, which is sad because now I'm following her. And should I unfollow her because she's not really following me anymore? See, it's because like
So
there's this weird thing.
extremely crucial in the chat said it was funnier when she was cochina.
See, I mean,
Was she cochina? Did she smell?
no, she was actually pretty hot. She was
okay.
like an Asian girl.
Well, look at you. You know what
But I'm
saying?
just saying.
You know what I'm
So
saying?
she was like,
What's up?
so she's pretty hot, but I'm just
What's up?
saying.
Your old page was hacked. What? What old page?
What old page?
City Kickers one?
It might be.
Maybe.
But thank you for telling us. We'll look. Is there a bunch of porno on it?
Oof, not good.
Oh no. Well,
Yeah,
you're a bunch of
I'm not really doing the Instagram thing, and Mochi Squeeze is our social media expert.
Oh my God! Is
so-
it the
so
Instagram? The Odd Valley Instagram?
better not be.
It better not be.
You better figure that shit out like
Uh,
immediately.
But I don't even have control of the password for that. You do.
We'll look into it. But anyway,
Okay,
I think that's so. Fuck our little stories, and it's enough talking about our lives. Let's get into the actual.
Well, I had to
Round
shout
table
out
stuff.
Jonelle because she, I promised her. I said, "Oh, I'm going to talk about you on our podcast on next week." But then I got super drunk and we didn't.
Oh,
have
that's
a-
what she said. That's what we told her is that your old page was hacked.
Oh, that's what we
So
told
that's why you only have
her.
300.
I didn't even know
So-
that. That's how drunk I was. That's how
AKA
motherfucking drunk I was.
AKA lies. I'm typing that into chat. Lies. Okay, so let's get into the actual
didn't
round
even know
table.
that.
Can we get into the round table? We're done with reminiscing. We're done with talking about the week.
Oh, my God. That kills
You know
me.
what? Time
Drink
out.
for
Time
that,
out. You know what?
please, God.
I want to call out the homie Arkwing 27. I don't know. Like, I don't want to say people's like names unless they say it's fine. But I want to. So you guys know we had Steven on here, like 3 or 4 episodes ago. He's from X to Interact. I'm just gonna throw the plug out again because we didn't plug their show when he was on here properly. But you know, they're friends. I've been playing a lot of video games with them on my personal stream. Follow OMJesus on Twitch, please.
Well, what time do they? When do they stream?
Well, so they have a VOD, like they have a YouTube channel, but I think they're usually recording on Sundays. So they're probably gonna be recording like earlier Sunday PST, but like for them it's like noon or something. Regardless, just look for X2 Interact. That's them.
Okay.
But we're gonna make sure and plug things before the episode, or like early into the episodes from now on, because we all get too drunk to plug things at the end.
Definitely.
That's one big thing. But regardless, the homie Arkwing, he's one of the guys. Here's a quick story for you. He created his Twitter account when he was 13.
Oh, what?
Okay.
Wait.
So, which
Okay,
is
when he
like,
was
so their
13?
terms of service doesn't allow you to have an account unless you're a certain age.
I'm just gonna
I
tell
think
you
13
that makes me feel old as shit.
Hold on.
That's fine.
Hold on. Yeah, he's younger. He's younger than us.
That's
So he
fucking
created his
fine.
Twitter account in the year that he turned the age that you're allowed to have a Twitter account, which is, I think he was 13 years old, right? But because he put his birthday in recently, because he's trying to boost his social media presence for their podcast, their Interact podcast, Twitter took that and was like, oh, you're not old enough to have this account. And so they killed his account. Can you believe that
What?
shit? Even though
Why?
that he's like in his 20s or whatever right now.
Why did they do that though?
Because he put his birthday in, and when he created the account, it was outside of the 13-year-old, you know what I mean, like age thing. So they killed his account, and he had to like, message them.
So they like.
So
they
years and years and years ago, he didn't.
So they realized that he lied when he first started.
Yeah, because he had just put his birthday in.
And they
You know what I mean?
it.
And they killed it, even though he's older than obviously way older than 13.
So
now.
how did he explain it to him?
I don't know. I mean, they had to message them, and like talk to him. Like they have since reinstated it, but like through automation.
He couldn't like create a new one?
No, it wasn't about that. It was just the fact that like he had this account for years and years and years, right? That was totally fine. And the second you put his birthday in, because his birthday didn't match up with the time frame of him being 13 when he created the account. The second you put it in, it killed his account. You know what I mean? And then so he had to like essentially email them and say like, what the fuck? And then so then they were like, oh, it's cool. And they gave him his account back. And so he's good now. But can you believe that shit?
Yeah, no, that's fucked up.
That's so
but
fucking
also,
stupid.
At the same time,
Fuck you,
like,
Twitter. What are you doing?
What if like, and
fuck?
I don't know
That's all I'm
him
saying.
personally.
I just
but
had
what
to
if
call
he
that
said
out.
like
Because I said I would on the
that would
Discord.
have been maybe a blessing in disguise? Because what if he said some weird shit back in the day when he
I
was
don't think
13?
he did. I don't think
And
he
then like when he becomes famous, people are gonna dig through his tweets and be like, "Oh my God, did you
Doesn't
know
that happen to everyone,
Blah,
though?
blah, blah,
did.
blah.
That happens to everyone.
Yeah, but now everyone's trained to like look back at their shit and delete what's needed.
Well, you should be.
I don't care.
I don't know.
You
Who
can
knows
go back
what
to
kind
my.
of fucked
Who
up shit I
knows
said
what
a long-
kind of shit
long
is
time
on my
ago.
Twitter? Because I don't even. I'm not an active Twitter person anymore. And who
Yeah.
the fuck knows what's on there?
Look, I challenge you, anyone who's watching, listening, whatever, go back like at least 3 years on your Twitter account and look at some tweets and dig up the worst tweet you can find and go ahead and share that to us at like a screenshot or something. And I would love to see fucked up tweets from like
I will say that there was this one person.
2000 whatever night
2008.
2017. I said up to 5 years ago.
Oh, I was gonna say I thought when Twitter started.
Dude, when did Twitter start? I have
Well,
I have
okay.
no
So
fucking
look,
idea.
so what I'm trying to, if I was trying to guess,
no idea.
so I joined Facebook in 2008, and it was still kind of new.
Yeah, it
So
was still-
Twitter
yeah,
had to
okay.
have come out like
No, that was
A
like
f-
2011 or
a
something.
few years after.
2010, 2011. Thank
Oh.
Jesus I don't have social media because I get out of line. That's what Extremely Crucial says.
I
and
believe
I
it.
agree.
I agree.
we
I
need-
agree. This
we-
motherfucker shouldn't have.
All right, we need
Do
to,
not. because
we need to get on topic now. We need to get on
okay.
topic. Talk about the actual show.
I was gonna tell you about that time like a gamer called me out on Twitter, but it's fine.
Make it quick.
Oh, you really want to hear it now? Cause you. Okay,
Make it really quick.
Okay, back in 20.
Whatever, go.
Back in 2011 or something, this was when like the first like I don't know if they were coming out with a new Xbox. I think they were, and they were making the new Xbox it wasn't backwards compatible. So whatever game.
Xbox One.
Yeah. So whatever. No, it was
Xbox
before that.
360.
Maybe. Yeah.
Nah.
I can't remember, but it was
Xbox
working
One.
when I was in the bar studio still. So it was before
Xbox
I met
One.
you.
Yeah, that came out like a year before we met or something like that. Or like the year of.
I feel like it came out when we met because
We
you
don't
got
have to argue about this. Just keep telling your fucking story.
So
Thank you.
I tweeted that. It was stupid that it wasn't going to be backwards compatible.
Oh boy.
Okay, that's
Here
why I
it comes.
tweeted.
Here it comes.
Because I said that every.
Agreed. Yeah.
And I'm not just saying it just because I'm not a gamer. Let's be honest. Let's be clear.
You could be, but you're not.
I'm not a gamer. I
You could
used
easily
to
be a
play
gamer.
games back in the days just
Yeah.
to because my ex-husband played and I tried to do it for him and I hated it. But look, I did it and I just made that comment not to be a poser or to be whatever, just because I was thinking, because he had mentioned it to me and I was thinking just as a financial standpoint. Because I was the one buying all the shit. So I said, why would you not, this is fucking bullshit. Because now we gotta buy all the fucking games again. And then
Nintendo.
Some fucker.
Fuck you, Nintendo.
Yeah, some fucker.
Because they still do that
tweeted back and said, well, if you want backwards compatibility, then go back to the whatever.
Nah, fuck that guy.
And I was like, okay. I just ignored that motherfucker.
Yeah, fuck that guy. That's like the Sony people. Like, people are obsessed with PlayStation. They say, like, dumb bullshit to me all the time on Twitter. And fuck them. Look, if a video game company is doing something, like, fucked up, I don't care what system you have.
I
like,
just feel like
call
that
them
was
out.
like a big money
Call
grab.
Like, no, it was.
Like,
it was.
Why? The
Nintendo
only reason
still
why
does
you do
that.
that.
Nintendo
so
still does that stuff to this day. And now Xbox flip-flopped to be awesome, and everything is like backwards compatible.
Because I feel like in the long run, everyone will buy your shit because it is backwards compatible.
That's what Xbox is now. And with the PlayStation, it's a little testy because you can't really play PlayStation 3 games on there, on even the newest PlayStation. But I digress. That's a different podcast.
I wish I knew his Twitter handle. I would say it. But
You know
this
what?
is back in 20.
It probably doesn't exist
2012.
anymore. It probably doesn't exist anymore. But I'm
I
just saying,
do remember that
there's some assholes on Twitter. That's all I'm trying to say.
I do remember his picture. He was not.
Was it the Joker, or was it like an anime character? Because that's
no, it was a picture of himself.
Oh, well, nowadays it would be like the Joker or an anime.
No, it was a picture of himself. He probably felt like fine that he could talk to like a girl about this shit because clearly I look like I don't play video games and I don't. But
well, now
I'm
you
just
don't.
saying. I'm just
Even though you
saying.
could, and you probably would have fun.
You shouldn't be rude to someone just because you think that they're a poser or something. Just
you could play video games, and you should play video games.
Can people be just decent human beings? Because you didn't know why I was tweeting that.
No, most people aren't. Okay, can we get into the point of this podcast now?
Okay.
Thank you. So we're gonna talk about the show, what our plans are.
Okay.
Like a roadmap or something.
Mm-hmm.
So let's start with social media. Number 1, I want to grow it. I want it to be better. I want Mochi Squeeze. I want Mochi Squeeze to take charge of that Instagram and make it dope as fuck. I want a TikTok of clips of the show.
No, I don't do TikTok though, so that's on you.
It's you're on TikTok. You're the TikToker.
I'm not on TikTok.
Okay, let me ask you a question. All right. How many hours a day are you on TikTok?
I am on TikTok for 1 hour.
Bullshit.
1 hour.
Bullshit. At least 2.
2 hours. But because, I don't create TikToks. I don't know how to create TikToks.
It's time to learn.
You're
Mochi.
younger than me.
I don't care.
You're younger than
That
me.
doesn't matter.
You should do it.
You're younger. No, I do a lot of shit. You can do fucking social media because you know it. You're on it all the time.
Not on TikTok.
That's something you could do.
I'll give you Instagram.
No, you could do a TikTok.
I'll give you Instagram.
You could easily do TikTok.
I'll give you Instagram.
Dude, who's better equipped to accomplish something than someone who engages with the thing?
I don't even know how TikTok works.
I will help you get started by looking at it.
So
and
you don't
helping
even know. You know how to do TikToks.
No, I don't
even know how to do TikToks.
No, you easily do. Okay, you're telling me that you don't flip through TikToks all day and you're like, this is dumb. This is a dumb TikTok. This is a good TikTok.
But I don't
this is
know
a dumb
how
TikTok.
it's
This is a good
created.
TikTok. No, you could. Have you tried to create a TikTok?
I did one with your help, and you said it
One.
was because of slow mo. It's supposed to be.
You did one.
You said, oh, it's.
How? When was this? 2018.
Yeah.
That was a long ass time ago.
And so I don't know how to do any TikToks.
All right,
other
everybody
than that.
has to drink. We're yelling at each other.
I don't even know how to do any other TikToks.
See, 800,000 on your nieces. Joy or Mochi. Fuck, I said your name. Mochi.
Okay,
Listen,
I would have to.
Mochi.
My.
Don't fight it. Just do it.
No, I would have to tell. I would tell my niece.
Odd Valley
fine.
TikTok.
I would tell my niece to just TikTok.
Odd Valley TikTok.
I don't know how to TikTok.
Mochi Squeeze is gonna
I don't know
learn
how to TikTok.
how to use TikTok.
I
this
barely
year.
know how to boomerang.
I don't care about boomerang.
I don't
Boomerang
even know
is
how to-
nobody cares about a fucking boomerang right now. We're talking about TikTok.
I don't know how to TikTok.
Then you're gonna. That's one of your goals this year. Is making
No.
TikToks for the Odd Valley
No,
TikTok.
no, I'm only gonna Instagram.
So just agree to it and
Nope.
make it happen.
If you make a Odd Valley TikTok, then I don't know what's gonna happen.
Do you see what I have to fucking deal with? Like I have to do everything.
gonna happen?
I have to do
How was
every
gonna-
fucking thing in the whole universe except for set up the studio. It's the only thing Mochi Squeeze does, besides showing up.
Do you really?
Am I
want
wrong?
Me do you really want me to say the other things that I do?
I'm talking about in regards to the show.
Also regards to the show. Do you?
What?
Want
What
to
else do you
talk
do?
About other
What
things
else
that-
do you do besides set
Um,
up the studio? I'm giving you credit for that.
I buy most of the equipment.
Whatever. We both buy the equipment. We split that.
I bought all the lights, and I also bought all the cameras.
Sure.
And I also.
You can't just buy stuff. You're not a fucking bankroll finance person.
Just
You
saying.
have to put in hours, not just throw money at shit. That's what I'm saying. Just do the TikTok. Say, fine, I'll do the TikTok, and then we'll move on.
I'm not gonna agree to do it.
She's doing the TikTok. We're gonna move on. We are going to TikTok our brunches from now on. Perfect. Thank you. We
yeah,
could put that on the show.
TikTok the brunches, but really, you
No,
want
all
me to
I'm saying is take a clip from the actual video of the show and turn it into a TikTok. It's not hard to do that.
But how do you do that?
You can pick the music.
So we just
You know the music on TikTok.
So we just video something and put music in the background.
That's it. You just take a clip from the actual literal show.
Okay, time out,
Like
everybody.
30 seconds.
Everybody who is younger than 30.
This is
This
ridiculous.
is what old people sound like when we're trying to figure out how TikTok works.
Dude, you don't even have to even talk about it. You just say, all right, we'll figure it out. Move on. Next.
Because I don't
Besides
care to be a young
Instagram.
person.
We've already talked about Instagram. Instagram,
My
it could
God.
be videos. It could be pictures, whatever. You're going to do that too.
Okay,
I'm
see
doing
me,
the
bitch?
Twitter.
We better go on most
I'm
extravagant brunches because that's all I'm gonna know how to do. All I'm gonna know how to do is take a TikTok of brunch, maybe pouring all the champagne we buy. I don't know.
That's fine. You can do that. Let's move on.
It's gonna get wild.
Let's move on.
This is getting crazy.
The Twitter, I got the Twitter. Don't worry about the Twitter. But you know, you tweet the TikToks out. But let's
How
continue.
do you even tweet the TikToks out?
If you put it on the TikTok, I could do the rest.
Oh my god. see,
Just you're the Instagram, you're the TikTok. The key to TikTok: be emotional and have emotional music. No, you just have to have the meme going for you. You know what I mean?
don't even
You
know
know
what a
the
meme
music.
is.
You know the music. You know all the music that's cool of TikTok at the moment because you're on TikTok all the time.
I don't know the music that's cool on TikTok.
Let's continue. We're done talking about TikTok. Next, we're gonna talk about what else? What else do you want to do for the show? I'm gonna open up the floor.
I
What would you like?
I would just like us to be like, more consistent on time.
On time. We're at 50 minutes.
Yeah, like I just want.
Yes, we can be. This show should be an hour and a half. It should not be 60 minutes. It should be 90 minutes. Personally,
90
I
minutes?
think it should be 90 minutes.
Yes, I think that we should.
It's a good middle ground because 2-hour shows are way too long.
And we should
And
start
1 hour
on time.
We usually do, Mochi. The only times we don't.
Run said it's time to make the TikTok. I already made the TikTok. I hope you
See?
did make the TikTok. I hope you did make it. Send it to me. Because we should, so that could be my first thing. That could be my first thing on the TikTok. Because this is a lot of pressure.
No.
I'm going to have to ask my niece.
Whatever you have to do, make the TikTok happen. That's a big thing here.
And then I'm going to have to bribe her with stuff. Because I'm going to be now the uncool
Bribe her
aunt.
with stuff. You don't have to bribe people for anything. Look,
My niece,
fine.
yeah, maybe.
Okay.
Because, she's a teenager
Consistent
now.
time. We're putting it on the books right now. 90 minutes an episode.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
Structure. Staying on topic. Not going on rants.
And true, people don't
Right?
have the attention span. Because I don't.
No one has any attention. No,
TikTok
that's what
is
I'm
too
saying. Of
long,
course
I
you don't have a
change it. I'm
fucking
like-
attention span, which is why the episodes run so long. Because we got to go on all these tangents about stuff. We haven't even started talking about the actual episode until we hit minute 45 of this episode.
He might be right. I don't have a good attention span.
That's why I'm giving you 90 minutes an episode.
Okay, fine. 90 minutes. That's
An
it.
hour and a half
Okay.
per Odd Valley.
Okay. You heard it first. 90 minutes.
So when we get to
only.
minute 80, then we have to be like, we're wrapping it up and we got to get to the 35-cent advice.
Okay.
25-cent advice. Excuse me. That is an extra 10 cents.
39-cent advice, because that's how old I am.
Well, you put yourself on blast. I didn't do that.
I'm not 39.
I
I'm
didn't do
38.
38. Okay, what else?
I don't care if people
Okay,
know
here's
how old I
another.
am.
Okay, what are our goals for 2022 for this podcast? What do we want to do? Number one, obviously, grow it.
Mhm.
Grow it. I want. This is my personal goal for this show. For 2022 and going forward, is trying to get a guest on almost every episode. So I'm doing what I can from my point of view to make that happen.
Okay.
We got our Discord. Also, by the way, that's another goal, is to get more people in the Discord.
I also want to get this studio fucking set up, because
Yeah.
I could get the foam. You just have to
No,
research the
that's
foam.
fine. That's fine, yes. So the studio is a big project, but we'll talk about that in a second. Guests on every episodes. Every episode that we possibly can. I want to try to have 3 people at least per episode. The 2 of us is fine. We're doing it right now. It works. It's cool. But I feel like the chaos of a third person is
Okay.
what makes the show great.
Well, I'm gonna
Like
say
Kevin.
something that could be controversial right now.
Okay, what?
Okay, this is one of the times that I wish that I'm gonna say something, and maybe later on I'll think it over, because I was
See,
drunk.
this is a TikTok clip
'Cause
right here.
I was
We
drunk
could
when
take
I said it,
take this clip and
because I was drunk
cut
when
it out.
I said it,
Put it on the TikTok.
and then because I was drunk when I said it, and I don't know if this will go over later. Okay, but I'm gonna say
I'm
this.
waiting.
If my family was here, like here
In Vegas?
in Vegas,
Uh-huh.
I would be able to get a guest all the time.
So, you know that, like, they can just use their phone and some earbuds and then, like, be on the show from California.
True, but your family is here.
Yeah, but my family, like, you think that they're going to come over here on a Friday?
I don't know. Maybe if you ask them.
Like, number one, we got one of them in the chat right now, and he wouldn't come over here.
Because he's scared of cats.
No, it's because he's allergic to cats.
Oh, he's allergic
That's the
to
thing.
cats.
But I'm just saying.
But what about your other family?
I don't know. I've asked all of them, but they're like, they just want to like ride their dirt bikes,
But really,
and like you know they want to go
say-
camping,
Like really say, hey,
want to drink or
we
something.
really want you to come on this show.
I did.
And then we're
Dude,
gonna buy all the drinks.
honestly,
and we're gonna get the food, and then this.
He
is
said
the
nope.
Day.
See, nope. In
This
chat.
is the day that we're gonna schedule you
True.
to come.
Nope. True. See, told you. It's because look, I even sent out a big ass bulletin to the family, like, send me a fucking video for your New Year's wishes. They couldn't even do that.
But maybe they don't think you're serious.
It's because nobody fucking takes me seriously in my family.
So that's why maybe it's a time to put the serious face and say, family, I'm serious. Can you do this? I'm gonna do this and this and this.
They'll take me, like, number one, they need to just watch the show. And they haven't even tried to do that. Like, every time I bring up the podcast, my family's like, cool.
I'm sure that the person...
Oh,
because I'm
what's
sure
that?
the person you need to work
Nobody
on...
gives a fuck.
I'm sure the person you
Jesse and fucking Extremely Crucial. That's it. There's the only people who have, like, engaged with the show. And that's fine.
See, he sent the video, though. That's why we
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. He did send the video. So, like, I appreciate that. And that's cool. That's on me. Okay, sure. But, like, I'm just saying, it's not about that. I'm just
or maybe your younger cousins.
The guest thing. Yes, that's fine, too. But that's what I'm saying. We're not talking about what I've done in the past or what I haven't done or whatever the fuck.
Yes,
I'm saying what we're doing going forward.
Yes,
We're not. This isn't like, let's all just tell Jacob to do shit. I'm telling you what our goals are, what we need to work toward.
Yes, now moving forward.
I'm telling you
now moving
that
forward.
this year, every fucking episode of this show, I'm going to try to get some kind of guest on. You can call me by my Christian name. Okay, Extremely Crucial is Eddie. That's his Christian name.
Yeah.
So, Eddie.
We love Eddie.
He could be on the show. We have a Discord. He could easily be on the show from his own house.
But he's shy.
That's what I'm saying. No, he could. You don't say what he can and can't do. I'm just saying, like, just letting everybody fucking know. Well, it's Discord, but yeah, same thing. I'm just saying that, like, we have the means to make this work. And so this year, the goal is we're going to get guests on. Let's move on to the next thing. Okay? I'm going to do everything I can to do that. I have some online people who are down. I've already started, like, a schedule. Like, I'm making it happen.
We already know Pizza Sam wants to do it.
Pizza Sam is probably going to be on the next episode after Kevin.
Okay.
He seems like he's ready. You need to get on the Discord. Let's talk about the Discord. The next thing is we got a Discord, and we want you to join it. I don't know the best way to get the Discord link out, but I would like y'all to get on the Discord.
And I'm sure See Me Bitch will be on it.
Yeah. Let's get her on there. I'm thinking
even
maybe
though she doesn't
Twitter.
like her own voice, but your voice is fine.
She's got a great voice.
Yeah.
It's fine. I'm just saying with the Discord, we're going to try to get some engagement with you guys outside of just the episodes. This also goes to your family. You know what I mean? My family, everyone on the Discord. So, like, you know, we can all engage. I'm a shy person
on a normal basis.
And the people that want to be on the show digitally can be through the Discord. So that's another big thing. So I think we'll do that through our Twitter. Again, follow us at Odd Valley Pod. So social media, we talked about. Guests, we talked about. We want you on the show. If you're interested in being on the show, let us know. Tweet at us. Also, we have our email at oddvalleypodcast@gmail.com.
See me bitch, and I'm down.
oddvalleypodcast@gmail.com. If you have any kind of, like, things you want to email us, you can shoot an email there. If you're interested in being on the show, let us know. Email us there too. But that's a big thing, is just getting more engagement with other people. I just want more flavor on the show. You know what I'm saying? And, like, we're open to any topic. So let's get into topics for a second. Now, how do we pick our topics, Mochi, for every episode?
We just sort of talk and text and say, this is what we're going to do. Usually last minute.
It's always fucking last minute. Mm-hmm. Like, always. There's only a few times where it's not fucking last minute, all right? And those are the times when we have a lot of things prepared. Like, for instance, like, okay, let's just do a quick review of our episodes. Mochi Squeeze. What are some of your Odd Valley favorite episodes we've done?
I liked our movie episode and our TV episode. And I also did like our...
Movie episode?
Did we do... Yeah, we did do a movie episode.
What was that?
Movie episode?
I don't remember a movie episode.
And I also really did like our serial killer episode.
Which one was that? Was that like forever ago?
Yeah, probably forever ago.
That was when I was first getting into true crime.
And
Here's some standouts for me for like Odd Valley Live. Number 1, I loved the fucking PSA episode.
Oh, the PSA
because
episode was funny.
That was an episode where we really put a lot of effort into it because we came up with an idea. We spent all week working on it.
We still have to make our own
Made
PSA.
it happen. Do we? Do we really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, that's gonna be a whole project. I'm cool with that.
Mm-hmm.
That was incredible. I
Yeah.
loved it.
That
It was
PSA
fun. It
episode
was
funny.
like that to me is like the epitome of what Odd Valley Live I think could be, because we can show clips, react to them, whatever. Also, I really enjoyed everybody sending in their clips for the last episode we did for the New Year's Eve thing.
Oh yeah,
That was
really
a ton of fun. So
I
like
like that.
having people sending things in that we could play, you know what I mean, like clips, having clips to play on our show to me is great. So I'd like to do more of that
And
if
I
we
know
can.
I'm gonna say a controversial one, which is fine, but I know
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna hear some shit about this. I did like our TikTok episode.
TikTok episode.
Well, we showed the clips of TikToks of the week.
Oh yeah, see, that was fun. So that's what I'm saying is that like I feel like Odd Valley Live could benefit from playing clips. You know what I'm saying? It's a good time. And then there was probably one of the best episodes of all time. Well, okay. I don't know if it's the same episode, but it's the episode where you tried to eat 50
where I
lumpias.
tried that, yeah.
But was that not also the one where we were talking about food competitions?
Yeah,
and
we were talking about
competitive
food
eaters and stuff.
Yeah.
How sauced would you say? Pretty sauced.
Yeah.
There was a lot of dipping of sauces on that episode. Singer bro in the chat giving me some of them chats there.
No, yeah, the episode where
So,
I had to eat 50
that was
lumpias
an incredible episode.
yeah.
We also did an episode where we did.
That was a good one.
I really enjoyed the episode with the potluck roulette. Yeah, thank
Yeah,
you.
that was
You
funny.
knew that's what I was about to say.
That was funny.
That was great. We ate those live. So like essentially
We gotta up our game with more.
that's what I'm saying. We need
uh,
to plan things out, work on
yeah,
things.
yeah.
We've done some good episodes on just like learning about stuff. So like that's what's called edutainment. So I do also enjoy the edutainment episodes. But like for the most part, we just kind of take an episode and we pull it out of our
see the
fucking
potluck
ass.
Episode, yeah, that was a funny episode.
We pull it fucking right out of our ass. So
It's
I
because
wanna-
we should do something like your idea of spoon feeds.
no, don't even start talking about spoon feeds.
feeds. We should
Spoon
do
feeds
a
is different.
special-
No,
We
no,
should
no,
do a
no, no, no,
special
no, 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 no,
spoon
no, no.
feeds one.
Spoon feeds is not for this feed. Spoon feeds needs to just be like a show we do on YouTube. You know what I mean? Can we talk? We'll look. This is. I don't want to give away trade secrets. I don't want people to take my idea.
Yeah, we're not talking
steal it.
about what it's exactly is. I'm just saying.
But I just want you guys to know, spoon feeds is something that's been in the works for like 4 years. Okay, and I can't wait to do a spoon feeds episode. But that will be a whole different thing. It won't be on Twitch at all. It'll be like a YouTube show. I cannot wait to do it. And that's
I'm
just a
excited
little
about spoon
inside
feeds,
base.
but you should
Me
just
too.
make it
Me too.
happen.
No, I will. That could be something we do in 2022. I think that maybe our plan for 2022 is to at least do the pilot episode of Spoon Feeds, just for a concept for people to be like, oh, this is what Spoon Feeds is.
Okay.
And I can't wait to do it. And you guys are like, what is Spoon Feeds? Well,
We're not gonna tell you right now.
you got the name.
You
We're just
got
putting the name out there. Go ahead and use your imagination. But anyway, so I would like to say for 2022, more work going into each episode would go a long way, as well as planning out topics and stuff. And I feel like a way to elevate that would be to involve guests. Like, so again, that's why it's all centrifugal,
Okay,
right?
well-
So having guests will help us because
With saying that,
will hold on. Having a guest, I feel like, will keep us being more creative, because a guest, like another brain, will help us come up with things we wouldn't come up with, but also give us more advanced time to kind of like come up with the content of each episode. So anyway, what were you gonna say?
Okay, with saying that, one of my things for 2022, which might be hard, is that I do want to do my bucket list episode.
Bucket list episode.
Drinking games, and it'll be more
Drinking
like
games.
a drinking
Like a
game Olympics, where we have
Ooh.
multiple drinking games that we talk about the history of, and that we have people
While we play.
So we have to have a whole setup though, because you have to have multiple people.
Well, yeah, we would
there.
have to get a full like tournament going then.
I think your family would be down for that.
Okay, well that's something we could do, and then
maybe we
you
could
know,
film
there's
it
some
at-
there's some local people who might be
Maybe
interested
we
in
could film it at your uncle's house
joining on. Maybe, yeah.
because it's huge.
So yeah, that would be cool. That would definitely be cool. I'd be down with that. So, like, okay,
Or
some
maybe
people
we'll rent out an Airbnb and do it.
let me put it this way, okay? We have some big ideas, but we don't really put a lot of work into the show. So I feel like my big thing for 2022 is I want us to put more work into the show. Beer Fest, exactly like Beer Fest.
See, yep.
I want us to push it. I want this to be the year where we like last year was like growing, coming up with structure, figuring things out.
And I do want to do like travel episodes. Like, for example, like we're gonna be in
On
Chicago.
location.
Yeah, we're gonna be in Chicago. Like, why can't we do an episode? Like, why
Like
can't
a
we
m-
figure it out where we could do
Yeah.
it there and then like
Bring enough stuff to like actually record something down there
yeah,
or wherever.
why not?
Yeah, and like even like on location, or we can go down somewhere. I mean, nowadays it's harder with COVID and all this bullshit, you know. But yeah, I mean, like we have, so the gear we have is great for the studio, you know. Not to say that it's not mobile, like we can't take it and move it and make it work, because everything is like a laptop, or even our interface has handles on it. You know what I mean? Like we could make things work.
Oh, I'm not gonna carry that.
You don't have to carry a whole bunch of shit, but I'm just saying, like, we could come up with like a mobile setup. So like maybe trying to do some things outside of the studio as well could be fun. But I've always talked about like, oh, even just taking my phone and like having conversations with people and then turning that into an episode of something.
Yeah, why not?
You know what I mean?
Why can't
And
we
just
do
doing like
that?
an audio only thing. So that's something we could do, and
Yeah, why can't we just do a
I'm looking into
video?
it.
I mean, I don't know.
We could.
Or a GoPro. We have a GoPro.
We do have a GoPro. The thing about recording audio or recording like just video is that like that's not something you could do live, especially with like a GoPro. You could with your maybe your phone, but not with a GoPro. So like that would be like recording a video, editing it, and then it would be like a video on YouTube or something. So I'm not saying that's out of the picture. There's actually a lot of old content that we've shot that we haven't turned into videos.
Speaking of your cat's gonna do something weird, right? She's looking at the table like she wants to jump up here.
She might be jumping up.
No.
But regardless.
This is Eddie's like
See, these are all
worst nightmare.
this is his worst nightmare.
This is why
These-
he doesn't want to come here.
We have some big ideas, but it's really just the two of us running all this stuff. So all that being said, I think the things we can commit to is A, guests,
If you say the TikTok thing again, I'm gonna slap you.
B, TikTok and social media, and C, just putting more care and work into each episode. For sure. He said lol big time.
Yeah.
But there's one last little piece of the pie that I want to kind of get into, and I know there's some people who are live, so I just want to talk about topics. So what do you guys think? Do you guys have any topic ideas? Anything that we haven't covered? Like here at Odd Valley Studios, we only have a few things that we like to gravitate toward. Food, number one.
I
We like
love
to do
food.
food
We
episodes.
like to do food episodes.
They're all different food episodes, but we like to do them. We like to talk about true crime. You know, we get into that stuff. We like to do edutainment episodes. Like, you know, we've learned a lot. I mean, what have we learned about? We learned about Christmas, didn't we? We learned about racing. where
we
that's
did learn about racing.
that was kind of recent.
That was recent.
What else did we learn? Dang, we learned about Halloween and how that's like a Catholic thing, essentially.
Yes. True.
Just stuff like that. Like edutainment is fun, and it like usually when we select a topic, it's like something that's either happened in that week or happened to us, or like it's inspired by what's going on in the world around us, or whatever the fuck. Like I picked racing because Forza Horizon 5 had just come out, you know, and I was like, well, we've never done a racing episode. Let's just learn about racing. So I just want to kind of open up the floor to anyone who's watching right now. Do you have any suggestions, any comments, any questions, anything fun? Do you have any ideas for topics that you'd like us to do? Are there things that we're not doing that we should do? So
that's gonna be it.
Why don't you just let us know in the chat? We're not gonna wait around if you don't have any ideas or whatever. We'll keep talking. But if you guys have anything you'd like us to do or say or whatever, just let us know. So that's where we're at now. So Mochi Squeeze, is there any other ideas you have for the show? Like
That's
anything we haven't really covered? Also on that list earlier, we were talking about the studio. So let's talk about the studio quickly. So when we started to soundproof the studio originally and like get it all set up, we bought a whole bunch of moving blankets. I mean, I did. I think I spent a good chunk of money on blankets, but they're actually really good. Like if you need to do like a DIY soundproofing or audio treatment to your room, just buying moving blankets and then putting a nail in the wall and then taking like a clip, you could just fucking audio proof your room just fine. Like there's nothing.
I let
like
Jacob do whatever he wants with this room
here.
because this is his room. This is his studio. Yeah. So
you could see behind me.
I mean, like, I don't care how many holes he puts in it and how ugly it looks if he takes shit down because it's his space. So I don't ever try to do anything in this room. So I never interject what I think or whatever could happen here because this is his space.
But this is going to be the year where we switch it up and we make it look nice in here. I want to put in some, like, shelves. You know, and I want to put up like our collectibles. Like I have some stuff over here. Like Mochi got me Loot Crate, so I have a lot of collectibles. And I have some things just sort of pinned to the wall up there. But like I would like to not just have big ass blankets hanging off the wall behind me.
Because if like this was my room,
normal audio treatment,
this would already be like done. But I let Jacob take the lead on this room.
Well, I'm just saying this is the year where we make this room dope. So we're going to put like foam strategically throughout and then put up like shelves and stuff. And then that way it can display like all my cool like collectibles and all that bullshit.
Yeah. So everyone know this is Jacob's room. So we follow his lead on this room.
Are you trying to talk shit? I feel like you're just talking shit. You're like, well, this room isn't like awesome. It's because like,
no, I think
Jacob's not
I think
really
it's
doing
awesome.
his thing,
I think it's awesome.
Fucker.
I just am trying. I'm just saying that, like, if you wanted foam for your studio,
no, that's what we're gonna do. That's
then,
what I'm saying. We're doing that.
It would have been done.
Well, yeah. Sure, but we also haven't really worked on the house that much this past year. That's another personal goal, is us to like
I'm like
fix all the
just
things
because for me it's like, and Jacob knows this about me. If I have an idea in my mind, I want it. I'd buy it like that.
Yeah, she goes for it immediately.
I buy it like that. I do it like that. That's a bad thing.
Well, I've
also a good thing.
I've had some ideas, but like we don't, you know. Now is the time to take action on it. So I feel like, you know, we're gonna spruce this room up. We're going to make it look nice. We're going to put up our collectibles and all that fun stuff, and it'll be a great time. But, like, that way, like, we've taken down, like, we had blankets everywhere, and we used to put them up, like, every session. And now, like, we only need some on the wall back here. And we don't get, like, a lot of echo because of our setup. It's just completely different.
Because I can't tell. That's
totally
why
fine.
I leave Jacob to do that, because I can't tell.
So
I can't tell if there's an echo.
Yeah, I think, well, because, you know, I still want to do music stuff in here, too. as well, because which we'll get into your thing in a sec. But that way, like, regardless of whatever's happening with this podcast, like, we do need to have audio treatment regardless in here. So I don't think we need to do that much. But once we have these blankets behind me down, we can have some cool shelves. And then when we stream stuff, we can not always do the green screen. Although I still believe the green screen to be important for certain things.
I was telling Jacob that I like this raw feel. Like, because when I watch other Twitch streamers, it's very like...
Not everybody has a raw thing with a room behind them. Sometimes they have like a green screen.
Well, when I watch your kind of funny thing, it's always just like...
No, of course they have a room behind them, but the purpose... Here's my concept, okay? The purpose of Odd Valley is for us to be there, but also a background of the content. So, like, playing a clip, looking at Wikipedia, like reading about something, having a website in the background, or like a picture, or like a environment.
Okay.
So that's why we have the green screen, because then it's just us with the see-through background, so that we're just bled onto whatever. But that doesn't mean every fucking recording we do has to be that way. And also, like, the studio is going to be multifaceted. You know what I mean? So we'll have like a whole bunch of shelves and whatever. So, yeah. So anyway, that's at least like our plans with that. Not seeing like anyone really giving us any ideas for topics or nothing like that, but which is fine. It's all good. But I'm just saying, like, that at least goes with what I was saying before, which is like us having guests on the show, and having like a schedule of guests that are like, okay, this person will be this week, that person will be that week, blah blah. That'll give us enough time to like plan for a topic, as a group, to be like, okay, this person wants to talk about this thing, so then we need to have the content planned for that week. You know what I mean? And it should be a good time.
Okay.
Should be a good time.
Okay.
And let's just quickly talk about like the beyond. So we have this Odd Valley podcast here, which we call Odd Valley Live. I would like to start doing other stuff too, like other shows. You know what I mean? Not saying I want to do 100 other shows, but I would like to at least do like maybe 1 or 2. I mean, we've talked about spoon feeds. That's one thing. Is there any like ideas you have for any kind of other content?
No, I feel like I'm the type of person that's like, we have this show and that we should perfect this show and get this show exactly how it is before we start on other stuff.
Right.
So that's why I don't really have any ideas for any of the shows.
Got it.
I just,
So you're ready. You're telling me you're ready to put 120% into this show. So that's what I'm hearing.
Yeah, this show.
So you can. So you're telling me you can make a TikTok.
I don't know about
that's
TikTok.
What I'm hearing.
I don't know about TikTok, but I will. I will try. If that's what
I'm hearing.
But see, this is what I mean. Like, if I'm gonna put 110%, you have to too. Because I feel.
Oh yeah, of course.
I feel like, okay, I'm gonna be honest. I feel like if with you, it's like if I don't put 100, if you don't see me first putting 110%, you don't want to put 110%.
We have to do things together.
Like, you're looking at me to do it first, but like you.
I'm not looking at you to do things first. I'm looking at us to do things at the same percentage at the same time.
Because to be honest, like, I'm really looking at you to do things, to be really like.
So it's up to me.
I'm looking at you to be
are you calling me the dungeon master? Can you say it once?
If you're the dungeon master, then you are.
All
so
right,
make
then.
it happen.
I got that on record, guys. I'm the dungeon master.
So if you're the dungeon master, and you really want to be the dungeon master, then you have to take control. You have to lead.
I do have control.
You have to lead by example.
Yeah, but you also need to be ready to pitch it.
Like,
that's all
you're my boss in this situation.
Whoa.
Okay.
She said it out loud.
Yeah. You're my boss.
Okay, then you just gotta listen to me. Cause last time I tried to be a boss, everybody said that I'm just yelling at everybody.
Because you gotta lead by example. So if I look at you and you're just playing video games and you don't want to, and you're not doing shit, then I'm not gonna do shit either.
I'm just saying I spent years editing a show that no one cared that I edited. So, might have backed down on that a little bit, but we can move past it. All you got to do is work on figuring out how to make a fucking TikTok. It's not that hard. You know? You're smart. Figure it out.
So I'm looking at you to
That's
lead
all.
by example.
Okay, but anyway, like, when it comes to, like, other shows or whatever I'm talking about, yeah, you know, I would like to do, like, a nerdy show or whatever. But it's not so much that. It's just other types of streams. You know what I mean? So, like, maybe we could do a stream here and there where we, like, play a game and it's not Odd Valley. You know what I mean? Or we could fucking have a movie watch-along night that's special, you know, where we just, like, everybody, like, hits play on Netflix at the exact same time, and then we watch a movie or something. Or, you know, and more engagement with community. So that's all I'm really getting at when I talk about that. It's just, like, a little more than just the Friday night stream. Okay? So just keep your mind open to that, I would say. Maybe we can do some fun things here and there. You know, maybe we could play, like, a board game or something.
All right.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Whatever. Something like that. And the very last thing I wanted to say, I was about to say, and then you started doing things, and then I forgot. I mean, I just completely forgot what I was going to say.
Okay. This is like one of
I'm
those
I'm really trying to remember.
This is one of those 5-second silence moments that, like, Jacob really hates.
I hate it. Dude, it was something big, dude. Fuck. Mochi, say something while I think about it.
Okay. Well, I'm going to tell you right now that I am pretty drunk.
That's right. Why don't you tell me about your guitar?
Oh, I'm learning how to play the guitar, everybody. That's why, like, if anyone, like...
That's what it was.
Like, lately, I've been growing out my nails naturally because I am, back in the day with my mom, we used to get our nails done all the time, and I got into nail art for a little bit, but then I fell off of it because Jacob didn't really care about that stuff, and I wasn't really dating.
Mm-hmm.
So no one really cared about my nail art, so I stopped doing it. But I found a lady, and she started doing it for me, and I started getting into the groove of how I used to be to make myself feel good. But I had to cut it short because I said I want to learn how to play the guitar. And in my first lesson, I realized that, like, my nails are not conducive to fretting. You know, like when you're holding the guitar and you have to, like, do this.
Mm.
I couldn't hold down.
She couldn't push the string on the fretboard
down.
So
because
essentially,
my nails are too long.
Can't even play guitar whatsoever.
Yeah, and then I researched it to see if I could play guitar with long nails. If there's anyone that could play guitar with long nails.
And who's the person?
And there was no one except for one person. One person, Dolly Parton. She's the only one. And then clearly this article was written by a man because the article said, "Oh, you could just cut your left hand, your fretting hand nails, and just keep long nails on your other hand." Who the fuck does that?
You gonna have nails on one hand?
What lady? What lady would say that to another lady? No lady. Just a man.
Yeah.
Just
so
a man.
Of course a man.
So a man wrote that article.
Had to have written that.
Had to have written that article.
See, look, Eddie, extremely crucial said like a Mystery Science 3000.
So
yeah. We could do a stream like that one day.
So I cut it. See, so they're short now.
Yep.
But I decided that I was still gonna I would cut it short, but still make it interesting. So I still have like a little
show off your nails.
art.
What do you got?
But you can't see it really because
you
of the light.
Get real in there.
You can't see it because of the light.
You can see it. See.
But so my
got
nails will be this short.
Looks
and
nice.
Right now my assignment is just to like try to keep on beat with strumming on all the
while keeping your pick at a 90-degree angle.
Yes.
So that it's straight.
I've been doing
and
that.
Nice.
And now that my nails are short, I could do the fretting part.
Yep, and our lessons are on Saturday. So every Saturday we're doing
but we are going to have to adjust it for this time because I'm going to brunch. I'm going to Spago.
Yeah, we might have to do it like after work this week or something.
Yeah,
I don't know, we'll see. But regardless, Mochi Squeeze learning guitar, and that's awesome. So,
Yep.
it's just getting me back into guitar playing as well, and should be a fun time. And that's another thing. Here's another big goal for 2022. I am going to write more music, and thanks to what's it called? Hold on, I'm sorry, guys. Thank you to Stomp's playlist on YouTube for the music we've been listening to in the background, as well as someone else. I had another one. I don't know what page it was. Let me see. But regardless, I'd like to have like my own like little beats playing in the background. And if you didn't know, all the music on the show, like the intro, as well as the waiting music and stuff, that's all music that I've made. So, I would like to make more music for
Yes.
just in general, but I mean at least for the show to like just have just for us. So to have it playing in the background when I just feel like, well, we could just have music playing.
Yes.
So anyways,
Anyways.
a lot more music going to be happening up in this studio.
Yep.
But should be a good time. Anyway, so if you have any kind of questions, suggestions, any comments on the show, anything you want us to let us know, you can tweet at us at Odd Valley Pod on Twitter, or email us at email us at oddvalleypodcast@gmail.com. Let us know whatever it is you have to say. Maybe you want a guest on the show. Maybe you have a topic idea or whatever. Anything cool. You can pass us links to articles or anything, really.
Yep.
Send it over our way, and we'd be glad to check it out. Maybe read stuff on air. If you want to send us like a letter or whatever.
Yep.
It's up to you, man. We're here.
Yes.
But anyway, I feel like we should probably make a habit of doing these yearly updates every year going forward. I think we should do them after New Year every year in January.
Yes.
They might get bigger and bigger. Who knows? We might do something more fun next year.
Yes.
But this is our first consecutive update episode.
Mm-hmm.
So thanks for tuning in. I think that'll be it for this.
Yes.
So let's hit the outro music. And Mochi Squeeze, why don't you let them know whatever last thought you have?
Last thought I have is that I'm glad that you guys joined us, and I know this episode was weird. You got an insight on how we talk to each other when we tried to, have ideas for the podcast. So, yeah. Everybody, if you have some drinks left, just chug whatever you got. And we are gonna go. So we love you. We'll see you on Sunday with Kevin. It'll be a fun time.
Yeah, that's gonna be a normal episode of the wheel and all the bullshit. We don't know what. Honestly, topic wise, I think we're just gonna we're gonna catch up, man. We're gonna just catch up with Kevin.
Yes.
I just want to hear what Kevin has to say.
Yeah.
So
we're gonna interview Kevin.
Yeah, it's gonna be the Kevisode.
Yeah. Ready? Chug. Cheers.
I finished most of it. All right, we'll see y'all Sunday, man. Have a great night. Happy Friday. Peace out.